Hi, I'm Dave Radlauer. Please pardon my voice. I'm getting over laryngitis. The course I'm teaching is Reframing the Swing Era. It's a media-based course. Let me tell you a little bit about myself first. For 40 years, I've been producing award-winning radio about early jazz and swing. For 20 years, I've had a very successful website that gets high traffic. And in the last decade, I've written about 150 articles on the topic of early jazz, blues, and swing. So I might have something to share with you. I'll be playing 10 or more video clips each class, highlighting the stories and the personalities, the pop culture of the era, the 1930s and 40s. Now, I love the swing era, but I'm not a fanboy. This is not nostalgia. I'm reframing this as a distinct phase of American culture, 1930 to 50, addressing complex questions of race and gender and the profound impact of World War II on America. Every generation wants its own music, and for Generation Swing, that was a 15-piece dance orchestra. Dance was at the very center of swing culture, and it was in the music, the movies, on the dance floor, and in the literature. The leading band leaders, composers, singers, and arrangers expanded the genre beyond just good dance music, creating lasting art. The big bands brought an unparalleled dynamic impact to popular music, which advanced at a dizzying pace. Stylistic eras, unlike classical music, were compacted into years or months. And the swing era was a rich second blooming of America's most original art form, jazz. And also a term, jazz and swing were almost interchangeable as terms in the popular culture before about 1940. So I'll be offering a critical assessment of some of the top personalities, the names of the era. I'll present Billie Holiday and Duke Ellington, for instance, in very rare footage. I'll talk about the unusual personalities of some of these players and the origins of swing in Harlem and at the Cotton Club with Duke Ellington and Cab Calloway. I'll be profiling several of these major personalities. Artie Shaw is a fascinating guy who had an interesting path through the music business. And Duke Ellington became America's probably greatest composer of the 20th century. Bunny Berrigan was a beloved trumpeter, singer of the era, and the archetype of a self-destructive jazz musician. I'll also be including Western swing. Now, in the early 40s, the fusion of swing and country by Bob Wills and his Texas Playboys was outselling the major swing orchestras. And on records, live performance, and in the movies, he's usually overlooked in such surveys. I will not overlook Western swing. And of course, we're going to be paying special attention to the women of swing. Not just the singers, but instrumentalists, arrangers, pioneering band leaders. Most were way ahead of their time musically, socially, culturally, and stylistically. Some advanced music quietly behind the scenes for decades. Others were flamboyant divas. Queen of the trumpet, Valletta Snow, lived a flamboyant life in Europe between the wars. Cab Calloway's elder sister, Blanche Calloway, shaped his style. The little-known jazz violinist Ginger Smock is a surprise for most, and arranger Mary Lou Williams became a composer for the ages. Now, of great interest recently are the so-called all-girl swing bands of the Second World War, and I've recently written articles on the topic, so I'll bring you the latest research and some rich resources from that front. Each class supplies resources for further exploration. It will directly link you to video, audio, and web pages and radio programs for further exploration. So please join me for a multimedia course, Reframing the Swing Era, 1930 to 1950. Inviting you to join me. Thank you.